it comes to dealing with narcissistic individuals, they go all out to destroy relationships, whether that's destroying the relationship you have with them, the relationship you have with others, whether that's the narcissist destroying relationships that they have with their friends, their family, their partners. They go all out to destroy them. Narcissistic individuals destroy relationships in lots of different ways. They often start off with the idolization when meeting a new partner, or idolization when they want something from their parent, from their child, from their friend, from their work colleague. They put people on a pedestal, all out to make you feel amazing and special. They cannot do enough for you. However, it quickly flips the second you dare say no to them. The second they believe that they're not getting the praise and the admiration that they deserve from you, they suddenly start criticising you, ignoring you, going all out to punish you, leaving you feeling confused and hurt, and usually working harder to please them. Because when you please them again, they bring back that idolization, which reinforces the narrative in your mind that you're the issue, because suddenly they're treating you well again, and then when they treat you wrong, they blame you. They claim it's because you're being difficult, you're being selfish, you're being stubborn, rather than it's their pattern of behaviour. There's a constant criticism. Now, constructive feedback is a good thing in life. It's how we learn, and we don't always take too kindly to it, depending on how someone phrases it or who it's come from. With narcissistic individuals, they pretend to give you feedback. They claim it's only because they're thinking about you, it's only because they care. However, their feedback tends to make things worse for you, not better. They begin to chip away at you. They begin to find faults in everything you do. They create that self-doubt within yourself. Meanwhile, they use weaponized incompetence to do things wrong, and when you call them out on that, they play the victim of, nothing I ever do is good enough for you, is it? You're not allowed to say that to them. They get offended. Narcissists slowly erode your confidence. They slowly erode your self-worth. So you no longer know who you are as a person. You begin to lose your identity around them. And they go all out to gaslight your reality. They go all out to deny things that they actually said and did. They make you question your memory, your feelings. This manipulation makes you feel like you're going crazy, and you're less likely to trust yourself. Now, yes, we are all responsible for how we feel, and we are responsible for how we make others feel. However, we are not responsible for other people's feelings, and a narcissist uses that to their advantage. They hurt you in some of the most unbelievable ways, and then they blame you for the pain you're in. We're all capable of accidentally hurting someone's feelings, and the majority of people can come and speak to you, you can recognise it, and you can have a discussion to work things through. With a narcissist, they're just going to provoke jealousy within you and then accuse you of being jealous. They're going to be incredibly insensitive towards you and then accuse you of being too sensitive, to the point where you think it's your feelings that are the problem and not being around them causing those feelings within you that is the problem. There's their jealousy and their possessiveness. They're allowed to do whatever they want. You're not. They're going to check in under the pretense that they care, they're just concerned. They want to control who you see, who you talk to. They often go all out to isolate you from friends, from family, from hobbies, so that they can increase their influence over you. Narcissistic individuals lack accountability. Responsibility is a foreign language to them. They're not going to take that. They're not going to admit to a mistake or fault. They're not going to take blame. They're going to find a scapegoat to pin the blame on, so that you're left carrying the burden of guilt for things you haven't even done. You're left apologising to them for things you haven't even done. And then there's the emotional withholding. They give you the silent treatment or withhold affection as a form of punishment. People can need some cooling down time, some space. However, they usually make sure that the other person is sort of okay-ish and then come together and discuss the issue. With a narcissist, you dare say no to them, they don't speak to you, and they wait till you chase after them. They wait till you apologise to them. They wait till you change your no into a yes to serve them. They look to keep you anxious and always trying to win their approval. And you can't even call a narcissist out on any of this, because if you do, they instantly turn into the victim, the hero, the martyr, anything but the problem. When confronted, they twist it to make themselves look like they're the ones who's been wronged. They go all out to deflect blame, to gain sympathetic attention, to claim that they were only trying to help you after all they've done for you. They can't believe you're treating them in such a way, because to a narcissistic individual, their ego can't take anything other than being seen as perfect. They've created this illusion of who they are, and they're selling it to the world around them. And if you dare to question anything otherwise, they take that as a personal attack and play the victim. They make you feel guilty for their behaviour. And this is when they will use their feelings against you to claim that you're the one that's actually hurting them. A narcissist wants to convince you that your emotional reactions to their actions are the problem, rather than without their actions you wouldn't be having those emotional reactions. And they also want to convince you that your behaviour is causing their actions, so that they can deflect away from their actions and pin the blame on your feelings. Narcissists don't do responsibility. They lie, they deny, they deflect, they gaslight, they fall silent, and they move on to somebody new. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books available on Amazon. How to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, such as narcissistic individuals. 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain. Behind the Mask, The Rise of a Narcissist, which is a novel. Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for empowerment and recovery. And a Narcissist Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse. If anyone is interested in those, they are all available on Amazon. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.